Called it that because of the jeans-like material that were used to cover the seats in the car. GBF and Folke and Steffi looking beautiful. She was probably about 9 or 10 there. And we're on our way up north. Somewhere, Thomas. So Steffi's taking the movies. Very good, Stephanie. Hold the camera steady. Try not to cut our heads off. Oh, whoops. Bouncing around a little bit there. And there are the kids playing with their rabbits. There's Schnussel. What's his name? Schnutzel. And that's a Frau Hase kind of guy that Tommy had. Oh, we're in Bush's balcony in Weinheim. We're on our way up to see, or we were going to go to Würzburg after this with Ush. And we took her doggy with us, as I recall. Volka looking very nice with that short hair. Flattering in those days. Look at how tall she is compared to Wush. It's Wush Lutz. We may have even taken her car. Well, this was a Europa rocket. There was a lot of Army Air Force bases around here. This must have been an Air Force base back in the Cold War days, shooting rockets up to the Iron Curtain countries, Russia, Poland, Czechoslovakia, etc., all the allies of the... and there's pretty good hair. Holber's growing every day, but not too bad at that point. Still plenty black. There, Gordon gets a boost from Thomas, and then I think Steffi's going to get a boost, or Thomas is going to get a boost from his dad-to-be. And there goes Steffi. Push her up. You ready? Hold on, Steph. Here you go. And there we are in Würzburg, one of the fabled cities along the Rhine River, or the Main River, M-A-I-N. Americans would call it Maine, but it's the Main River. And we took a boat tour, the beautiful countryside. Took a tour through the castle. There's some of the city skyline from the Würzburg Schloss. Some of the... oh, it's another St. George and the Dragon kind of statue on top of the Schloss, the city hall of Rathaus of Würzburg. Pigeons in the park. It's like everywhere else, sitting on a ledge. There's the castle, Würzburg Schloss. It sits way up on top of a cliff above the Main River, so you get a beautiful view of it. And this is the new Schloss in the city of Würzburg, looking across the river from the walled city. It's still one of these old walled cities of Europe. Here's a flower and the bee. Don't think I had that. Let me get this down on my notes here. Steffi and Thomas with ice cream cones, having a good time. And there's the doggy. And there's another shot of a castle wall tower. These are the streetcar wires in Würzburg. You don't see wires in Germany. Most of them are buried underground, except for the electrical streetcars that are very good pollution control devices. And this is the city Schloss, where they had a beautiful museum, probably the art museum of Würzburg. There's the vine fields looking up to the castle Schloss, the fortress castle. There was like a fortress castle, and then the city castle was a little bit newer. And one of the many beautiful sunsets that we experience in Germany, we get them very frequently right here in our apartment in Berblingen. Is that a sunset or a sunrise? Might be a sunrise. And here we are in Hamburg with Opa Broyce, watering his beautiful garden. He really had a blooming paradise back there. Very well prepared. Oprah did such a good job with everything he got interested in. And there's Bush and her mother and the dogs. Mushy was the name of that dachshund. Raukopf or something, I think Folke called it. Shot of the garden. I wonder if I'm going to have enough to put all the reels. I've got one more reel left after this one. Might just have enough. There's the awning over the balcony. There's Bush on top of the balcony there. That was like a den room that they had built. Probably built that onto the house after it was originally constructed. I'll have to send these to Dirk, huh? Think Dirk would like to see his old dogs? Folke hears from him very often. Dirk and Silke, her half-brother and half-sister. There's Opa and his birds. He had a bunch of birds around the house. Birds and dogs and flowers and cats and just a regular zoo there. And there's Thomas on his pony. Steffi's got her horsey. Well, that was quick. And now here's a scene with Folke and her mom, Etta Koch. Expedition. See if I can get that a little bit sharper. This is in Pinneberg. This is the house that Folke lived in for the first 18 years of her life, until she went away to England to be an au pair for a couple of years. And then she came back and was a worker bee for Lufthansa. And there's Heinrich Koch, stepfather. Folke's got one of his pipes. Etta was in a lot of pain. She was a sick lady the last 5, 6, 7 years of her life. Or more, maybe. Folke looking very trim and neat. I think we're taking a look at some of the plantings around the house. Heinrich did a lot. He had birds in the back. He built a huge outdoor bird cage, maybe 10 foot wide, 20 foot long, and 10 foot high, with some fine wire. And he had a bunch of birds back there. He was walking along the side of this little house. That's the garage on the left. Oh, wait a minute. What is that driveway? That's new to me. Oh, that must have been looking from the back to the front. Okay, bye, Mommy. Saying goodbye to Etta. We met Tante Inga again in UK a couple of weeks ago. This is August 4th in Germany, August 4th, 1991. I'm copying these reels of Kodak film, hoping to do some editing later. Capture these scenes, get some new tracks on it. Whoops, Thomas and Stephanie with Heinrich. I'm going to copy these for Steffi and Thomas also. Hello, Etta. This must have been a couple years before the previous scenes. I just tried to group together the little 50-foot reels that Folke had from the various trips she made to Germany. Yeah, her mother's looking a little better there. Oh, there's the genie bug, so it was still genie bug time. Bye, Etta. Bye, Mommy. Mutti. Oh, Thomas forgot something in the backyard. He went to get it. 7A, that must have been the number of the house. Yeah, those are the clinker bricks that Folke always talked about. They put the clinkers on several years after the house was built. This looks like another trip to a zoo or something. Thomas and Stephanie and one of the Beale kids, I guess. Or is this some more scenes of the zoo? This is zoo scenes, yeah.